my name is Ben Warwick and I play Mr Rochester and Mr Brocklehurst.
Speak of the North.
Yes, I did play Mr Rochester in a different adaptation 4 years ago. As to how it differed this time, enormously so, largely because of Kelsey's performance as Jane, which my job was to respond to that and meet that person. So I would do my own preparation for the character and have my own opinions about that character, but a lot of that might go out the window when you're faced with another person on stage. So yes, Kelsey deeply influenced my decisions and my impulses as Edward Rochester. And secondly, Nick Lane's adaptation was, although equally faithful to the book as the previous adaptation by Bryony Thompson, both wonderful takes on the story. Obviously, what the story means to him, what it inspires in him, the impulses it brings out in him are going to be very different to hers. So I'm playing Rochester with Kelsey's Jane in Nick's adaptation of the story, and also Adrian's direction and the whole company's approach. It's a collaborative thing. So we all work together, we all work off each other and create a very different outcome. Well, I would like to think they're open to at the beginning of the story. It's not my place to say whether they should sympathise. I hope they do. I hope they empathise. I've never been quite sure of the difference between those two words. Ideally, I suppose you watch a character on stage in a film or something and you think, if you're caught up with the story, you think, God, what would I do in that situation? What would I do? What would I really do? Not what do I like to think I would have done? How would I behave? So I hope people will watch his decisions and think, okay, that's an interesting choice.
Speak of the North, a lonely moor.
I think because it's such an unusual story, but it's told in such a way that makes it's so extraordinary that it's completely believable. And I think all of us who encounter the book or the show or the story in whatever way we encounter the story, you have no idea what's going to happen next. And how Jane responds to her situation, all the situations in which she finds herself, her responses are so fascinating. The way she tells us, the way she takes us through her entire thought process, all her decisions. I'd like to play more piano and guitar. I only played them for myself before. This production forced me to play on stage in front of people. I will never be a musician of the caliber of other musicians in the show, but I really, really, really enjoyed playing in front of people and getting better as the run went on. So I would like to do more of that in the future. I would like to play live music.
It's funny tales.
As a child, I was obsessed with Robin Hood, and that obsession led me to take up archery when I was about 12 years old. And such was my obsession with Robin Hood that kind of evolved into being quite a good archer. I stopped when I was 13 when I left that school, which had an archery team, and I didn't keep it up after that. In lockdown, I got my bow out and I bought some new arrows because I had longer arms all this time later. And I've been shooting in the garden and I've hit the target every time.
Soft and long, silently. lights the unclouded sky.